Hello everyone, welcome back to our video. Today I'm going to continue our Leetcode challenge. Today's challenge is going to design 3 functions: insert, delete, GetRandom, and the time complexity average must be O1. First come to my mind when I look in these 3 functions, I was thinking hash set or hash map, but we come to the issue for GetRandom. Because either hash set or hash map doesn't have an index. So we're going to get around, we are run an index, then going to do this one. So definitely we need an array list. So the array list can provide O1 insert and O1 get around. But the issue is cannot provide O1 remove. So for O1 remove, we need to do some implement. And we start out our code, then we go through it. So the insert and the remove, quite simple. Only thing the complexity come to the remove. But before this one, I'm going to have a 3 property. One is called use a map. So this is the value positions map. So you're going to insert the value and also this is the value and this is the position. You actually map the value and the position. The second property is going to the list, and it is an integer. This action is the value list. And another property is called the random. And when you start it, we're going to have the random instance. So we're going to new randomize set. We're going to have these 2 empty. One is empty map, one is empty list, and 1 instance of a random. Just copy paste. For the insert, what he expects, insert a value to the set, return true if the set did not already contain the specified element. So you first check, since we have a value position mapping, so we're going to check if we have this value, and if we don't have, we're going to insert and return true. We mapping the value to this key. So we check if we contain this key. If we doesn't contain, we're going to insert. And the array list is hold the list of value. And we also going to put in this mapping. And the position, and it is in the list dot size -1. So once you insert one, then you definitely have this have a first item coming in. So the list have a length 1, length 1 minus 1 is 0. So the first value insert the 0 position. So you insert successfully return true. If you second time the same value, just return false. This let you so this is one time. And then remove also is simple. You also do the same thing. You're going to remove is first you compare you already have this key or not. Because the key actually is the value. So firstly, you check if you already contain this value, so you'll be able to remove. If you don't have action, you cannot remove, sorry. First, you check if you have or not. If you don't have, you cannot remove. You simply return false. Otherwise, you're going to remove it. The remove is a bit tricky because we also going to update this position value. So it actually have a few steps to do. First, we're going to know the position to remove. The position to remove actually is the value pops map.getKey. So you know you actually remove from this position. And then since we're going to remove, always remove from the last element. So we actually know this is the last element. Last element. So we always remove the last element. So this is the last element to be removed. And now you know it. So you go into list, but you set the position to remove. And this is the last element. And once you do this, when you update the value to map, value position map, this is the last element. And this is the position to remove. Then you just simply remove. And then you're going to also do this list, and you just remove the last element. Return true. So in this case, you actually didn't do a loop. You simply remove from the last element. Just let's go through here again. So if this value map doesn't contain this item, you won't going to do anything. Only this value is already contained in the value position map. So this is the position you're going to remove. And like I said, in the list, going to remove from the last element. So you put the position to remove this value to the last element, the position. So actually the position to remove, put into the set. Then you have the value dot map. You do a put again. So you should insert the first, but in here you put again. So it actually, this is the last element. And this last element, it is also the value. So you're going to update these values position to remove, update it to the position to remove. Now you remove from two places. One is the value position, one is the list. The list is the last element. The value position map, it is just the key. So the value key you're going to remove. So this can do it in one time. And the GetRandom is quite simple. You actually just use random method. So basically use a list to get. Then you just use the random random dot next int, and then you just get the list dot size. So it won't auto arrange. So once you get this one, just return this. So this also just one time. So let's test our code. Make sure don't have a syntax issue. Look like I have last element in 34. Last element. This is the last element. Element. Last element. Yeah, now it's fine. We could simply just submit it. Yeah, it accepted. So just recap it. So what I did, I actually used the mapping and the list to working along together to achieve one-time delete. Because either is array list that definitely need all ones looking, and the max complexity will be ON if I element. But since we use this strategy, we can achieve just one time once. What I did, so since the value position is mapped, so when you insert, so you're going to get this value, this the position going to be removed. And since this insert into the get list before, so now the get list dot length going to short for one, so they get the last element. So this always the last element will be equal to this one. Since the list always push into the in here, when I insert, actually I insert this value. So we are going to, and once I have this list, are going to set it back again. And the position, when you insert, actually this is the position to remove, and this is the element. So you're going to insert it back and insert into the last, it actually is the last element. So we also you update the value map to the last element. This the element going to remove and to the position. Now you could remove it. For the list, remove the last element. For the value position map, just remove this value. And for the insert is straightforward. I won't go into explain it. So hope this helped. Thank you. Bye bye.